little bit ridiculous. You can turn that bloody light off your helmet, wrap it.
MOT day. He's booked in at 10 o'clock with Luke from Luke's Garage in Southport. He's been my mechanic for 10 years. He does my family's cars as well, so he's also my mate, so you might hear him rip me a bit, which is alright. But yeah, we're on our way. Them side pods look good in the mirror. I forgot it's the first time I've drove with them on. So we're not actually going to Luke's garage because obviously the height of him, he's over 3 meters, so he won't fit through most garage doors.
Good morning.
Sure. I don't know why I go like that every time you say good morning. It's like an involuntary twitch, like you're going to whack me around the back of the head or something.
I might do one day. Good morning.
We're sat now just waiting. Luke's running late, so we were booked in for 10. It's only 15:15, so, and it is chocker in M&D. But I guess that's the joy of having to meet him at another garage. Have you seen they've rebranded the Shrimpers?
No.
As the Marsh Harrier?
No.
No, well, they've rebranded the... Notices nothing.
No.
Rebranded the Shrimp
I
as
live
the
in my
Marsh
own
Harriers.
bubble. It's a happy little bubble, but I live in my own
And they put
bubble.
like an extension on the front and a pergola, a large pergola on the side for outdoor eating and
Nice.
stuff. I wonder why they've not called it the Shrimper anymore. It's always been the Shrimper. Perhaps they think the Marsh Harrier... blah, blah, blah. Perhaps they think the Marsh Harrier sounds more modern or posher, but the whole area is known for shrimping, isn't it?
It'll still be known as the Shrimpers.
Oh, of course, I would imagine everyone who's from around here will call it the Shrimper. I don't know why, with such a long history. I mean, we're talking way back, aren't we? 1700s, really.
Mm-hmm.
There was cottages round here. I mean, some of the small shrimping cottages still exist.
They do.
So, I don't know why they've changed it from the Shrimper with such a history. But anyway, they have done. They've called it the Marsh Harrier. So there. The Marsh Harrier. Perhaps they're hoping to get the twitches in, because we do get a lot of twitches, don't we?
Do you mean bird watchers?
Yeah, that's what they're called though, twitches, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you're allowed to use that. It's not politically correct.
What isn't twitcher?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. So my question is, will you just write the ticket and not put it on the ramp?
Yeah, go on.
No, I was reading last night that 50% of people still don't even know what goes on in an MOT.
If not over 50%.
Right, so...
The amount of people that say, well, I have my oil filters on every year. Not with us, I do. You've had an MOT every year. Well, is that not the same? No, that's a service. Oh, so yeah, they don't. So literally it is to check the vehicle is roadworthy.
Yeah.
We don't take anything off the vehicle. Nothing can be removed from the vehicle.
Right.
So it's a road safety check. And actually it's a minimum standard limit of the vehicle.
Yeah. So some countries, this is a working garage by the way, so there's going to be noises going on. Some countries don't have an MOT test. Like the States, you get VIN plates, so you get tags or whatever.
Correct.
And they last for 3 years or 5 years.
Yeah, and the cars are actually
falling to bits half the time.
Dangerous, correct.
So we have a test in this country.
Yeah,
You check a minimum standard for brakes, for all the running gear, for the pipe work.
Correct. But then if you do go abroad in it, our minimum tyre tread depth is 1.6 mil.
Yeah.
In Germany, at some parts of the year, it's about 5 mil.
It is.
So
and
again,
you have to have either all weather tyres or change.
And I am MOTing it for this country only.
Yes.
Yeah, and for minimum standards. So let's say your tyres on 1.6.
Yeah.
And you wheel spin out of here,
and it drops it down.
You could
lose a mil.
Yeah, you could lose a mil. Your tyre is then illegal.
Yeah.
The first thing you do when you come out the garage is press your brakes.
Yeah.
What happens if your brake light goes?
Absolutely.
A bulb.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have so many sensors now, isn't it? Because I mean, the test change, was it 2018? The test change.
It's changing all the time. In all fairness,
right?
It had its last major change in 2018.
Yeah.
But it is changing all the time.
That was more to do with emissions, wasn't it? Then,
it was.
And the new emission gauge.
It was.
Even though all the manufacturers say they've done emissions and everything else like that.
And from what I can gather, it's going to change again soon.
Right.
With all these people getting DPFs and everything cut out.
Right.
So there's going to be things brought into. Like, people are hiding them at the moment where we can't even see them.
Yeah.
So we have to presume they're there.
Yeah.
But there's going to be something electronically soon
that will be able to just
test that if anything is being blanked off.
Yeah.
And that's when
obviously you are a mechanic, so an MOT is a good thing, but you're a proponent for keeping the MOT because there's those that want to scrap it now with the way vehicles are and the way they're manufactured.
Okay.
There's people that want to scrap an MOT.
Would you want your child walking down the street?
Absolutely
when there's cars.
I'm a proponent for an MOT. So the minimum safety of a vehicle has to be, and I know it's only valid for that 1 hour that you're in the test.
Not even that.
Really.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Once you drive out, it's up to you then to maintain that standard.
Again, you might go out of here. There's a curb across the road there.
Yeah.
Are you going to go and hit that curb? I don't know that.
Yeah.
And are you going to take a chunk out your tyre?
Yeah, you might do. And that's the sidewalk on.
That's the sidewalk.
Yeah. So it's a minimum inspection that I agree with you that should be conducted once a year to ensure that you know. And it's like you've done, and I said this on the way in. You've looked after mine and my family's cars now for 10 years.
Yes.
So. You will tell me straight away this needs doing now.
That needs doing, yeah.
Or this is going to need doing either next year or the year after.
I try and predict.
So we build it in what's going on.
I try and predict the year out.
Yeah. And that way we've got a good understanding then, haven't we, of what we need
of the year.
What's going to get
of the year. That's it.
And we know then that the vehicles are safe on the road.
Correct.
Right. I know you're busy, so go on.
Awesome. Let's go.
Well,
one of these is yours.
Yeah, go on.
You take it home anyway, so you can.
So the total weight is
1678. Your front axle weighing 749, and your rear axle's weighing 929.
Fantastic.
Brilliant.
So I'm well under, aren't I?
So you're not even.
I've got all the battery to go in. I've got the water to go in. I've probably got 400 kilo in water and battery, but I'm still well under.
You're still well under. That's it. Because what they'll do is they will get the VIN tag wherever that is.
Yeah.
I think it's on the other door, isn't it?
Yeah.
They'll look at the top weight because that is what that vehicle is registered to carry.
Yeah.
Pull you to a weigh station.
Yeah.
And weigh it.
Yeah. So I'm well under.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And even if we pack it up with enough stuff to last all summer, I'm not taking a ton's worth of stuff.
Michelle might do.
We've already had that conversation.
I'm guilty of that.
We went to Austria, didn't we, for 3 weeks for Kev's wedding, and she had like 5 suitcases, and me and Max had a little bag each. And one of those suitcases just had hair dryers and hair straighteners and plumbing.
And did you pay excess baggage?
We went in the car, drove.
All right.
There was no way.
Tip of the day for excess baggage is when you put it on the weighing scales. Make sure you got big feet and keep the end of it up.
Put your toe under it.
It works. Tip of the day.
Love that. We give that a go.
When it's got it fully rebuilt, we've just agreed we're going to get it back here. We're going to reweigh it with everything in it, and we're also going to adjust his lights because the weight of the back end will be down, so the lights will be higher. So we'll need to readjust them properly.
Makes sense. They're brutal, them dips, aren't they? It's the Mintist 05 plate transit I've seen underneath. I
and it's just not normal.
It's nearly 20 years old, isn't it?
It's nearly 20-year-old. Yeah, that's it. It's
and it still looks half decent.
more than half decent.
It's the first time I've got to look under proper. There's bits and bobs of surface, but there's nothing. There's no major holes or anything, is there? Just bits and bobs.
There's no holes.
So he's back to doing
4.1.
test things now. So I'm just having a look.
Okay, you can turn that bloody light off your helmet. I'm gonna grind a hole in it now, just for blinding me.
I told you to bright that light.
Yeah, there's no need for it.
Go on, what were you expecting it to be?
I was expecting to whack big holes in it for a laugh and take the piss out of him, but
Yeah, he was. I knew by his voice he was when he was on the phone.
So I'm a little bit devoed at the moment, so
There you go. There is a slight bit of oil around the gearbox, and you say that's a seal.
yeah, rear main oil seal.
And there's the water pump, looks like someone siliconed it a bit there, and there's a plastic case on the back you say needs sorting out as well, so that's a new water pump on the back.
Yeah, on housing, yeah. I always do the housing at the same time.
So he's going to do them.
And the timing chain cover's been siliconed up.
Yeah.
And it's got a tiny bit of an oil leak as well, because it looks like it's had a brand new fuel pump at some time.
So that's coming off anyway.
So
and
that's
gets sorted.
yeah. So we're going to do that as well.
Yeah,
so
so
it's bone dry underneath.
It'll probably be these three first, then that one before we go to Europe.
Yeah.
What was the other thing? Oh, oil and filter.
Oil and filter, which we'll do anyway, because the timing chain's coming off, so any little bits of dirt or anything will all be moved out. And obviously you want your tyres doing.
Yes,
there's no date stamps on the tyres, so we don't know what year they're from. The only one's got the 2006 spare.
And that was the spare.
Which obviously, if you got a puncher abroad, the roadside assistant wouldn't put it on to the date stamp, and you'd have to get a new tyre anyway.
It's over 10 years old.
Yeah.
Everything else then is looking pretty...
Everything else is immaculate.
Did you say it's the original...
Yeah, original arms on it. Look, you see your Ford stamps there. No one will put genuine Ford arms back on one, in all fairness. It is really, really, really tidy, in all fairness. But very unusual for an 05 plate Transit.
But Luke's going to do the bits and bobs he's going to sort out as and when. So, like I say, those will be first. That'll be before
that'll be before we go to Europe. Yeah.
And everything else is looking tidy.
Very tidy.
Good stuff. Thanks very much.
No problem at all.
I'll put a link to Luke's website for those that do, but he's got used to the ramps for those that have got bigger vehicles, so he can come down. Any normal stuff he can do at his place, and he's just got the
ADAS, which is adaptive drive system. So I can do all the calibrations on that. I can do any of the EV vehicles, hybrid vehicles, tracking, MOTs, tyres, diagnostics.
He can pretty much do everything. And there's not one question I've ever asked him about a vehicle in 10 years of knowing him that he hasn't known the answer to.
And usually your vehicles just scrap it.
Right, we're going. We'll see you later. He's passed.
Yay, we did.
As you probably already know, you've just watched the video, but he's passed.
What video?
He passed with flying colours. Well, the video that this is the end of.
Sorry, do that again.
Oh my goodness. He's passed. As you probably already know, you've just watched the video. But he's passed. He's passed with flying colours. Not even an advisory.
Nope, not at all.
The best chassis on a 20-year-old van, especially a Transit van.
Yep.
He's seen in a long time. There are a few bits and bobs that need doing. They are nothing to do with MOT or the safety of the vehicle. They're just jobs that we're going to get done because we want him to last as long as possible for us.
Absolutely.
So we've got the general oil and filter to be done, or oil and filters. Those few little bits that you saw at the front, and then that gearbox with that seal there. And whilst he's got the gearbox off, he'll check the clutch, and if it's anything like it needs doing, we'll probably have it done as well, because the gearbox has got to come off for that seal. So we may as well have the new seal and the new clutch, and then we know.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We're going to get that done. We'll probably travel in him this year in the UK.
Yes, and get them jobs done before we do a big Europe trip, maybe next year.
Yeah, before we head into Europe, we'll look at them. But a massive thanks to Luke.
Absolutely. Thank you, Luke.
I am year 8 next year.
You are in year 8.
Yeah, you are.
September.
Are you happy that Wolfie's going again?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been. We took him off the road because his MOT was actually due on the 30th of March, but as you all know, we didn't have a camper van on the 30th of March. We just had an empty van.
He's been reclassified today
Yeah.
as a class 4.
Yeah, he's now a class 4. He's classed as a motor caravan or a motorhome or whichever one they call it, but he's now a class 4. And as you saw also, his weight is nothing at the minute. 1,678 kilo, I think it was on the form. So we've got plenty there, and that's with the roof and the bed as it stands at the moment. Obviously with no lithium or water or clothes in, but we've got
Got a lot to play with.
we've got 2.5 ton to play with near enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, Maximus wants to go, so what are you going to say?
Love you subscribed.
Yeah, you'd love it if we subscribed, if you subscribed.
Yep.
And thanks very much for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
I want more subscribers.
He wants some more subscribers. Fantastic. Lovely. Thanks very much for watching, guys.
See you
And
next time. Peace.
see you next time. Peace.
In war, there's never an option to run.